Hello, custom car enthusiasts, and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and work on a story mission. So we have the Echo's Cobra here. Hello, I was recently away on a 2-week business trip, and I let my husband use my car during that time. Now that I'm back, something has to go. And I mean the husband, not the car. See what he did to it, as I don't really have the time to describe it all. I'm on my way to my lawyer to take care of the divorce papers. Just let me know when the car is ready. Alright. What is going on with this car? Okay. I mean, is it that she doesn't want it pink? I mean, I'm not seeing anything really wrong with it here. There's some definite wear on the engine. Let's go ahead and... Do we have anything here? Change and drain oil and refill with new. Alright, so there are a lot of parts not discovered as well. Alright, let's go ahead and move this to the test path. Cannot start engine. Okay, so there's our problem. Let's go ahead and move it to the lifter then, because I think we're going to have to disassemble this engine. This could be an interesting one here. Alright. It's a beautiful car. It's actually one of the nicer looking cars that I've worked on in the shop. Alright, let's take off the fuel rails. Throttle. I can see a lot going on over here already. Fuel filter's gotta come off. Starter's definitely gonna have to come off. It's gonna be accessible from under the car. Alright. The intake manifold's coming off. Let's take a look in here, see what's going on. Alright, so that's alright. I feel like they are actually looking okay, but let's go ahead and take them out since we're this far in. Because you don't know what's underneath that might need to come out too. The belts and everything look okay. I'm thinking I'm going to take the gearbox off, and then we'll see from there. Let's take this coil cover off because the ignition coils look pretty bad. So we'll take all those off. And we'll take the spark plugs out. Alright. Now let's go ahead and get it lifted up. Got enough space so it fits there nicely. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's get the oil filter off. Now let's get up here and get this starter off. We need to get the drive shaft off so we can get this gearbox out. Alright. Ooh. Then all this is going to have to come off too, it looks like. Clutch plate looks good, but the flywheel does not. Alright. So let's see where we're at with this. I also should have drained the oil before I removed that part. Before I remove the oil filter. Let's see if there's anything to drain here still. Hey, there still is. Alright. Sort of odd because I did take the oil filter off, but whatever. Yeah, let's just place that back. Let's see. Actually, let's look at the car. We still have a few parts not discovered. Wow, alright. I have a feeling they're all going to be in the engine, too. Go ahead and take these off. There we are. Alright, let's see. I want this off, so I've got to take this piece off, which means I've got to take this off. What is holding this one on? Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt, I think. Alright, let's take this piece off because I have a feeling we're going to have to disassemble pretty much the entirety of this engine. Yeah, again, same thing here. Alright, so that piece has to come off, which means all of this has to come off first. We are pretty much disassembling this car. Alright, now we can get to the timing cover. Alright, now let's see if we have all the parts. No, we still don't. We are still missing 3 parts. Good lord. Alright, well let's keep disassembling the engine because that seems to be where the majority of the parts that we need to get off are. There's going to be a complete engine rebuild here. Very interesting. Alright, so I gotta get onto the lifter in order to get the crankshaft out. Still don't know what I'm missing, because none of these parts that I've taken off now seem like they are the issues. Might not even be something engine related for these last parts. And if that's the case, then it might be a situation where I have to, oh fine, let's drop the oil pan. My thought is take the car entirely apart. Yeah, that all looks fine there. There's no reason to take this apart. I'm not seeing a single thing that is rusty there. So my thought is let's put back parts that can go back on, rebuild the engine, and then try to test it and see, because it might be rubber bushings or something that are the issue. So let's sort things by name. Alright, so we're going to need 2 cam gears and 2 V8 camshafts. I believe it's just 2 of these normal ones. Hopefully, because they are expensive. Yep, that was them. 2 V8 camshafts. Yeah, this is going to be a big bill. I can start to see now why she might be filing for divorce. Clutch pressure plate and clutch release bearing. Flywheel and fuel filter. Fuel rail D1, or sort of what it looks like. We'll see here. Need 2 of those. Gearbox for a V8. Yeah, these are not exactly cheap parts here at all. Ignition coil. Yeah, we just need 8 ignition coils here. I mean, what did he do to this car? I mean, they're not that expensive each, but $456 when you add them all up. Intake manifold for a V8. oil filter for a V8. Then we'll get to the spark plugs in a minute. Oh, wrong thing. Oil filter. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 new spark plugs. Glad I did take those out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of these bad spark plugs. Shockingly, nobody will give me anything for bad spark plugs. I guess that's not really that shocking. Alright, so then we need a starter and a throttle for a V8. So many parts here. Alright, timing belts. Those both need to be replaced. I think it should be the V8 ones. I should check on that though, because that's a fairly expensive part. Yeah, I was correct. Alright. As I said, fairly expensive parts, so rather make sure before I spend $304 on something that's wrong. Alright. Now that we have all those parts, yes, we don't have everything we need, but we have a decent amount. So let's go ahead and start assembly here. Worst case scenario is I'm going to put this all back together, and then it's going to be a situation where there's still a part that was in the engine that needed to be taken apart, and I'm going to have to take it all back apart again. But we shall see. We'll do what we can here. I basically know everything I am putting back on here is good quality, so that's good. Drive shaft reinstalled. Get that oil filter back in place. Right, now let's lower the car and start putting the engine back together on the top. Evidently I had to be looking at it in a certain way, and I was not. Alright. Put the parts on lower first. Yeah, we can put these camshafts back in place. And the spark plugs. Alright. Get the cam gears in place. Jump back over to the other side. Same deal over here. Put the exhaust manifold into place. The only thing I wonder about it all is, should I check like the battery and the fans? Those would be the only minor parts that I didn't check, is that front part there, but other than that, I really can't imagine what could be. Oh, I see something already. That gas tank back there's a problem. Alright, so we know that that's going to have to be taken care of. But we will see. Shouldn't there be a wiring harness to this as well? Alright, now all these rollers need to go back in place. Water pump needs to go back in place. Alright, serpentine belt. The other serpentine belt. The belt tensioner. And the idle roller A over here. Oh, the throttle. Alright, so all that has gone back on nicely. Let us lift the car up and deal with this gas tank. Okay, actually we're not going to deal with it from there, evidently. Maybe in the trunk? Alright, that did not get me what I needed. How do I get to the fuel tank in this car is the real question. Huh. I will take apart this car as much as I need to. How accessible from under the car on the lifter. Alright. How in the world do I get to this gas tank? I mean, it obviously needs to come out here. I needed to get the fuel pump out before they would let me take it out. That's what it was doing. Oh, that's a real pain in the butt. Alright. So we have one part still undiscovered. But we need a fuel tank and a fuel pump. Nothing special about them. So let's get those. Fuel pump. Fuel tank. Let's reassemble now. Put this wheel back on. Put the fuel pump back into place. Put the middle mufflers back in place. And the rear mufflers. And all the parts I took off the car out here. Alright, now can we try it? No oil in the engine. Alright, well that's a simple enough fix. That we do need to put in there, so let's go ahead in here. Get some more oil in it. Alright, that should be good. I am not seeing anything else on this engine that I would say needs to be worked on. The only thing I'm wondering about is the air filter. And I'm thinking, you know what, since we're here, let's go ahead and check it. That was the part. Alright. Yep. Bad air filter. Really don't know what he did to this car, but he really abused it. That's all I gotta say. Alright, so we got the new air filter. Throw the old one away. I don't like how I'm clicking in the engine bay, but it's just like, no, you're not quite where we want you. Alright, new air filter in place. That's on. Get these clips put into place. Oh, we got a license plate to put back on it for one. There we go. You know what? I want to hear what this car sounds like, so we're going to go ahead and put it on the test path and give it a little spin. See how this engine sounds now that we did all this work on it. Now see, some of those supercars where I've complained about the noise, this is what I want in a luxury car or in a sports car. It's got a nice sound to it, but at the same time, it's not blowing your eardrums out. Nice car overall. Definitely nice car. Not my color definitely in pink, but still, very nice car. Alright, everything is good on it. And with that, we can go ahead and finish this one up. So, I mean, it cost her over, I mean, it's going to cost her 7.8 grand in the end for it. But she got what she wanted. Alright, let's finish her off. Oh wait, we didn't. It says we didn't replace some of these parts, but we did. Alright, let's move back to the lifter. Is it a minimum requirement thing? 90 or better. So, a cam gear, camshaft, spark plug. Alright, let's get back into it here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that next episode because we've done quite a bit in this episode already and it's starting to run long. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. We will finish this car off next episode because the car runs already. They just want it to be even more perfect than it already is. So with that in mind, I'll end this episode here. I hope you enjoyed what I did, and if you did, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for more Car Mechanic Simulator 2018.